fixes old cars. Boy, that's a lot of work, a lot of time. A lot of work, a lot of time, an expensive hobby of restoring. He probably does most of this shit himself though, but he's got cars that's just sitting there, they've been sitting there for, and they will continue to sit there for probably 10 years before he even touches them. He had a car on a trailer for at least 3 months. The car attached to the truck, to the trailer, didn't move for 3 months. Now he finally does have that car on the side of his house. And I would imagine it'll sit right there for the rest of his life. He'll never even get to it. That's just what I would be willing to bet you. He's like a hoarder of cars. Now he has some nice cars. He has restored some very nice vehicles there. But he has vehicles that he will never get to. More than likely. Come on. The neighborhood walk is much better than the park walk. There's still dog dicks in the neighborhood, but not like the fucking park. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry walks their dog in the park. This is mountain bike, man. Morning podcast. I treated myself to a facial this morning. $195 Super Express facial. I shaved. Same thing. Thank God that you are a guy and that you can shave. Stop. Because shaving is just like a facial. Shave and put on a quality lotion. Boom, same thing. $195. That's how much the facial costs. I got it for free with my plan being part of their club. They take out $200 a month, 6 months. I will quit the club in 6 months. But in a couple months, I will have some dermal fillers put in my face. And we're gonna look like a nice young chap in the 30s. I just watched a movie on Netflix. It's called Broke. It's got Wyatt Russell in it and Dennis Quaid. Fucking hey! Good movie. Oh my God. It jerked a tear out of my eye. It is a good movie, man. This guy's a saddle bronc rider, and he's got some head trauma, head pain, concussion probably. And he keeps riding, but he's got a real talent for drawing stuff. Runs into a beautiful blonde girl, becomes his girlfriend, and she's trying to get him out of the, riding bronc because he can't do it anymore because the doctors advise him don't do it. And it's just one of those stories, man. He ends up working for a rancher for a while. He's, vaccinating cattle out on the range, and he roped one. We just got through vaccinating it, untied the rope. The animal spooked the horse, ended up hooking up on his boot or whatever, his leg. The horse dragged him because the horse got spooked. Dragged him. Finally, he got head damage from that, but knocked unconscious. A snowstorm came in, buried him. Okay, and that's how the story starts. Is he wakes up, he's buried in snow because he came unconscious from this fucking horse dragging, and he's on pills and everything, oxycodone probably or something, and he got knocked out unconscious. But the movie starts him waking up with a full beard, covered in snow, I mean, you don't even see him. He's completely covered in snow. Dude, the movie is fucking fantastic. It was done, I can't remember. I think it was just done. But it's a fucking great fucking movie, bro. Fuck. I enjoyed the fuck out of it. Nothing better than a good-looking dude, good-looking blonde. Anyways, the dude is on drugs. He's on oxycodone. His girlfriend doesn't want him to ride anymore. He tells his girlfriend that I gotta ride. I like riding more than I like you, essentially. And he told his girlfriend, he's there, that, she's a good girl, and that I lie to you, and I don't want to lie to you anymore. And that's how they broke up. But at the end of the story, at the end of the movie, they get back together. Fucking great movie, man. I tell you what, man, if it doesn't jerk a tear out of your fucking eye at the end, you are not human. I just love it. The backdrop is good. Horses, a bronc rider, he's got an old junky ass trailer, a Dodge Ram truck. It's just a fucking good story with a good backdrop. Beautiful. That Wyatt Russell, he did good in that movie, man. He'll be doing some movies in the future. He's a 40-year-old dude. I don't know what he's done in the past, but he did a great job in that movie. A lot of people could have done that movie, but a person like Jeremy Renner could have done a great job too, but he was probably too expensive. Wyatt Russell was probably a less expensive actor to do the movie. Let's see if we can walk across the street right here, so. Right. Fishing. I don't know about that one. No, thank you. Fish lake fishing? No. A little bit too boring for Daddy. Back in the day, I took my 4-year-old, 3-year-old, he's actually 3 years old, camping. I took him fishing, and I can remember trying to tie a hook. What is that? Is that a dog? Okay. I can remember tying a hook if I couldn't see it very well. Trying to tie the hook like I used to back in the day with my dad. And actually you can't see as good as you used to be able to see. And your hands are cold and you have to... Come on! You have to clean your hands in cold water a lot, re-hook, do your setup with your fishing hooks and your sinkers and your plunk and your bobber and fucking all that fucking shit, right? And I'm doing all that shit because my dad did it with me when I was a kid, and I appreciate that. So I took my son out and did it. But when I was tying those hooks and shit, I asked myself, do you want to do this shit or you want to go fucking ride a mountain bike? Fishing is for queers and steers. I don't see any horns on those fishermen. It's just too boring for me. And this catch and release shit that they do, oh my god. Fly fishing, oh my god. I'd rather shoot myself in the fucking foot. Catch and release. What the fuck are you doing wasting your time? You eat that fucking fish. That's why you fish. It isn't catch and release sport. My old man would roll over in his fucking grave if he caught me fishing and throwing a good sized fish back. He would roll over in his fucking grave. This Mountain Bike Man Morning Podcast. Make sure you're on. We'll do the long walk today. As I said earlier, I treated myself to a facial this morning. $195 facial. I wanted to pamper myself. I shaved with the blade. Same thing. If you are a male and you get a facial, you are either a queer or a steer, and I don't see any horns on you. If you are a male and you get your fingernails manicured, you are either a queer or a steer, and I don't see any horns on you. It's just one man's opinion, gentlemen. Now, I used to think that same thing about Botox and dermal fillers, and well, I guess I'm a queer too. It's the wave of the future, brother. If you want to continue to look good, younger. Now, I'm not going to do it forever. I figure I got a 10, 15 year window to look hot as fuck. So I'm going to do it. I look pretty good. I look better than average. Well, after I get done doing this dermal filler shit, I'm gonna be a fucking stud again. Botox was good. I could see the difference. It touched me up good. And like I told you guys, I'm not gonna do this shit forever. I'm just gonna do it for a while, for a 10, 15 year period or so. Just so I can lock horns with some beautiful girls for the last remaining 10 or 15 years. The next 10 or 15 years. Hook up with some very, very delightful women. Good looking, young, 25-ish. Oh, I seen Penelope Cruz in a movie. Yesterday, last night. Can't remember the name of the movie. There's another gal in it that's a pretty well-known actress too. I can't remember her name offhand. But Penelope Cruz is 51 years old. She looks fucking good. Morning. She looks fucking good. I would hang with her. So, I'm not limiting myself to just younger ladies. I would hang with a Penelope Cruz, a 51-year-old woman, if she was well maintained like Penelope Cruz is. That girl is 52 years old or whatever, and she is hot as fuck. So is Selma Hayek. Hayek or whatever. She's hot as fuck too. But most women in that demographic do not maintain, or not well maintained. Not even close to well maintained. I certainly would consider a well maintained 50-year-old. But I prefer 25-year-olds, if you don't mind. 23, 25, 28, maybe 35 if they're well maintained. Let's just say this, you're gonna have to be in better shape than me. Tight, very, very crisp, hard bodies, or young and a little bit soft. I can manage that. Oh, a little stiffness in the shoulders.